Hey guys, so welcome back to Zero Escape Virtue's Last Reward. Let's carry on where we left off. We're speaking with Kay, aka ourselves, and he's talking about how he's felt a connection to Phi, which is interesting considering, you know, he's got my damn face. But in any case, I suppose we should just hear him out. So, come on Kay, please tell us what you mean by you felt a connection. What do you mean by that?
Well, when we were investigating the pantry together, I felt that Phi was somehow similar to me.
So, she's also got a clone, maybe?
Something in me said, don't betray her.
Or is it the fact that she can jump between different timelines just like I can? But you can't, can you, Kay? I don't think you can.
You could call it intuition, I suppose.
Cut it out. Gut feelings are bullshit.
Oh, really?
Phi.
Besides, you don't get to have a connection with me unless I give you permission. And I don't remember doing that.
So that's a thing? Maybe you gave me permission, but you accidentally gave it to Kay instead, because, you know, he's me.
You're acting like we're pals or something. Kinda skeeves me out, to be honest.
Shouldn't you just be grateful that you both chose ally? Like, that's a good outcome. And then now we're getting all hostile. What the hell, man? He did you a favor, and now you're gonna give him shit for it? Oh, thank you, Sigma. You're on my wavelength here.
You chose ally too. Didn't you do that because you trusted him?
Not exactly.
You did it because you had to? You did it because it was the only way to advance something?
I just made him trust me. When we were in the pantry, I stuffed my face like an idiot. That got him to lower his guard.
Oh, really? So by acting a little bit more personable and relatable, you got him to be empathetic towards you. I guess I should have stuffed my face in the pantry, and that maybe Kay would have trusted me then.
What?
Did you really think that would be enough to convince him? I mean, if you were wrong, he could have escaped and left you behind.
What are you getting at?
Well, how did you know he wasn't going to betray you? I'm just thinking that maybe you felt some kind of connection to him, too.
Oh, come on. How am I supposed to feel a connection for a guy whose face I haven't even seen?
I mean, you know, looks aren't everything. It could be his personality and whatnot. He can be adorable when he wants to be, like when he was riding that Zero Junior machine, but... you tell me.
Shut up.
If we could, change the subject, where did Dio go?
Beats me. But Luna, I'm glad you're alive in this flow. Thank you for surviving. It's just puzzling as to what causes it, you know? Yeah, that's a good question.
He must have been here for the results.
Oh, I saw him leave. He checked the results and then left through the yellow door.
Pissed off that he didn't get to leave because he would have got 9 points if he betrayed Kay. So where did he go? Don't tell me he's gone and died as well. Suddenly the warehouse was filled with the groan and clang of metal doors grinding shut. Nope. Next AV game.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the star round.
The infamous elusive star
Star
round.
keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the star keys.
I think there's only one, I think it's only through the blue path that you can go through the white chromatic doors, maybe? According to the flow. I'm just guessing.
The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
There you go. As many times as we want, huh? Then that means...
As long as you have the star keys, you can play the AB game as many times as you want.
I like how they just give up after the third round. They're just like, here you go, here's the star keys. You play as much time as you want. I'm done.
You probably won't be allowed to play it continuously, however. There's a period of time between when the doors open and when the polling ends.
Yeah, so you have to wait 45 minutes each time.
Based off the last 2 rounds, I think it's about 45 minutes long.
So you can repeat the game once every 45 minutes or so.
Oh, that's right.
What?
Remember what Zero Junior said?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically.
So you'll have different partners and different opponents every time.
Pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
And Zero Junior just disappeared, and you never really encounter her, him, for the second half of, or the back half of the game. It's interesting. Oh yeah. What are your bracelets, guys? Looks like I'm a magenta pair.
Me too.
Oh, Phi and I are back together. The gang's back together.
Looks like we're pairing up again. Better than getting stuck with Dio, I guess.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
I'm a yellow pair. What about you, Luna?
I'm a solo, but I'm green.
Wait, green?
Yes.
Hold on a minute. Weren't the colors from the first game red, green, and blue? And we used those colors to open the magenta, yellow, and cyan doors, right?
Yes, that's right.
But then the next round we had magenta, yellow, and cyan bracelets, and opened the red, green, and blue doors, right?
Yes.
But this time we've got magenta and yellow pairs, but also a green solo. What color doors are we supposed to open?
And where are they?
So we didn't run into the white chromatic doors in this flow yet. That's right.
Well, we need to check the other bracelets before we make any decisions.
That means Dio, Tenmyoji, and Clover.
And where is Quark? And what about Alice's bracelet? And Quark?
We'll need to check Alice's bracelet too. Anyone could just pick it up now.
I will try and find the remaining people and their bracelets.
Okay.
Quark will be my first priority.
I'll come with you.
Very well.
I'll go check on Alice's bracelet then.
And don't forget to, retrieve it.
Thank you, Kay.
We'll likely need it to get through the chromatic doors.
Yeah, we don't want to make that fatal mistake like last time where that bracelet got smashed.
Right. Sigma, can you come with me?
What? Oh, okay. Let's go. Well, you're not gonna let her go by herself, are you? I've seen the fact that people are getting murdered around here, or in Alice's case, could be a suicide. Not sure. I'm going to have to see her again. I feel sick just thinking about it.
Shouldn't we decide on a time to meet up? Just in case?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. When do the doors open?
We've still got quite a while.
An hour and 21 minutes.
Then let's take half of that. What do you say we all meet back here in 40 minutes?
Sounds good. Alright. It's a plan, Kay. It's a plan. Kay and Luna stepped through the magenta door and out of the warehouse. Hey, you don't think Kay's the killer, do you?
Maybe.
Maybe. But if he is, then Luna's in danger.
Maybe.
What, so we're just gonna let it happen? Use Luna as some sort of guinea pig or bait and see if he kills her? Damn it, Vi!
You're not one to talk. I didn't see you stopping her.
Well, yeah, but I just had this gut feeling that I could trust him.
A gut feeling, huh?
I mean, it really depends whether we can trust him or not. He does betray us because he wants to get out, but we can kind of trust him because he is a kind of a good guy and he looks like me, which is handsome.
Sure you're not the one who's feeling a connection to our armored friend? I mean, all that plating is pretty flattering to his figure.
Hey, I don't think it makes him skin... It's not skin-tight armor, alright? So, I can't really see his figure, alright? Maybe he's just thick? I don't know. That's not it.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Stop projecting, Vi. I'm onto you.
Have you considered that it might be Luna?
No, that's not possible.
Why not?
Because Luna didn't need a knife to kill Alice. When we played the last round, Alice's BP was 1. If she wanted to kill her, she'd just choose betray. But then I guess if she does that, then everyone knows that Luna's a killer. Whereas if someone stabs Alice, no one knows who it is. There's an air of mystery to it. Luna was playing against the two of us. All she would have had to do is convince us to vote ally, and she could have killed Alice easily.
She would have just had to pick betray.
Exactly.
But if she'd done that, do you really think the rest of us would have let her get away with it?
Exactly.
We'd probably have tied her up or locked her away or something.
Here, there's doubt that she's the killer.
Besides, there's no way in hell Alice would have chosen ally. The only way to get an ally vote from your pair would have been to physically overpower Alice. Or trick her like I did with Dio.
So what? You're saying
No,
Luna's
I'm
the
not.
killer?
I'm just saying the possibility exists. Even if she was, I don't think we'd need to worry about Kay's safety.
Yeah, I don't think anything can stab the guy. Unless you open that helmet of his.
He's got a full suit of armor. I'm betting he's pretty hard to kill with all that on.
But why does he even have it on in the first place? Is it so I don't go psycho and trip out because it's my face? Then again, just wear a mask. Why does he have a whole, like, body outfit of armor?
Alright, I think that's enough of that. Let's go check Alice's bracelet.
And that CG we saw before, he was wearing that armor since he was a kid. Like, what's that all about? Or is that just an image that Sigma's, like, imagining, like, Kay as a kid? Alright, we could have been walking and talking, you know. Instead, we're just dilly-dallying here in the warehouse. Goodness me. Crew quarters awaits us. I have to say, like, the map images reminds me of the big shell in Metal Gear Solid 2. Just the hexagonal rooms. Clover! Hey, come on, don't run away!
Run away?
Well, it sure looked like you were trying to get away from us.
I wasn't running away, though
Though...
I just don't want to talk to you.
Don't trust any of us, huh? Isn't that pretty much the same thing? Look, running away isn't going to do you any good. Don't you want to find out who killed Alice? Well, you're not going to be able to figure that out unless you talk to people.
I don't need to.
Oh, really? You're just an ultimate detective now, huh?
Why not?
I already figured out who did it.
Who? Who was it?
I can't tell you.
Are you kidding me? There's a potential murderer around here and you're not going to tell me who it is? Why not?
You might be working with them. Both of you could be in on it.
Yeah, it's a gigantic conspiracy. Clover, you're the only one that's not in the circle. Oh, come on, of course we're not!
Forget about it. There's no point. Doesn't matter what you tell her, she's never going to believe you.
Great.
Just tell us one thing, Clover. How did you know who it was?
I noticed something.
And what was that?
Alice figured it out too.
Really?
Before she...
What was it?
So you're saying she didn't commit suicide this time, she was actually murdered?
Why don't you figure that out yourselves?
Okay.
Anyway, I gotta go.
Gotta think about this. What did Alice find? Hey, wait, Clover! Oh, cool. She even locked the door on us. Well, there she goes. Man, Fi, do we have to roll over so easily? It's worth a shot to ask her stuff.
What's wrong?
Shit! I forgot to ask Clover what color her bracelet is now.
Oh. Really? That's it?
What? What else?
Calm down. She's a cyan pear.
How do you know? You saw it?
Yeah. Snuck
cool.
a peek at it when she ran by.
Good on you.
And it looks like Alice's is a blue solo.
She reached down and casually picked Alice's bracelet up off the floor.
I'll hold on to this.
Yeah. Good idea. I wonder what it was that Clover noticed.
You mean what Alice noticed? Were you even listening?
We have to go check out that corner then, right? Fine, what did Alice notice? Fi didn't answer. Instead, she knelt down and began to examine Alice's body. What are you doing?
I'm investigating.
What are you investigating?
What does it look like I'm investigating?
The body. Sigma, come on.
I'm looking for any clues to what she figured out before she died.
Well, it's not like she has a lot of places to hide any evidence on her person.
Huh. Found something already.
Why didn't we have a close look before? Why are we only doing this now?
Have a look.
Fi held something out. It was a handkerchief, stained reddish-brown. Is that blood?
Looks like it. It's darker than Alice's, so it's probably been on her since before she died.
If it's not hers, whose blood is it? The old lady?
Maybe.
Do you think Alice killed her?
Who knows? She could have just found this somewhere for all we know.
And you think she figured something out from this handkerchief?
Can't say for sure, but it's definitely a possibility. So, time we moved on.
So she found it in that corner. I can't remember which room Dio came out of in the first place. Okay.
We need to figure out what Tenmyoji and Dio's bracelets have changed to.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to sleep on this one. And we need to find Quark.
Yeah.
Let's take the blue door then. We should be able to get to the room Tenmyoji, Quark, and Clover went to that way.
Sounds good.
Alright. Downstairs through the blue door. Yeah, big shelf, right? Look at it. Floor A, floor B, strut A, strut B, strut B. Oh, sorry. It wasn't. Those were the different struts. Can't remember what they were called. The different sides of the shell. Anyway, sorry. Living in the past. Living in the past. Good times though. Back when Like, that was the epitome of graphics on PS2. Goodness me, how far we've come. Alright, where are we going? So those arrows don't mean one way, it just means the way back, I guess? Rec room. Okay, so they went to the rec room. Interesting. It says rec room. This is the only door that's unlocked.
Yeah, so this is where Tenmyoji's team went.
I'm going to open it, alright?
How many times do I have to tell you? You don't need to keep asking permission.
Now, Fi, we've been over this before. Sometimes I do things, then you complain. So, I'm just going to ask to be safe. Okay. Through the rec room door. Alright. Man, that took a while. I was scared we were going to find something in here. Okay. Tenmyoji? Tenmyoji. I'm guessing from your face that Quark is still missing.
No sign of him, huh?
Happy?
Why am I happy? What?
I'm asking if you're happy Quark's still missing.
What kind of question is that? Of course not. No, of course not. Why would I be? Because he has 9 points and he could escape?
And then does it hurt? Huh? Are you so terrified about whether or not he's safe that it feels like someone's got your chest in a vice?
Okay, maybe not that far, but still, it's kind of worrisome. He is a child.
I didn't think so. Quark's got 9 BP. If I find him first, I might make him escape. So it's better for you if I haven't found him yet. Am I wrong?
I mean, since you're laying all your cards out on the table, I suppose I should lay mine. Yeah, it's kind of worrisome that if you find Quark, you're probably going to force him to escape. Yeah, and maybe it is kind of a slightly good thing you haven't found him yet. For better or for worse. Tenmyoji, what's going on here? Yeah, why are you starting a fight with me? Just, come on, let's work together on this. This doesn't sound like you. I know you're worried about Quark,
Then just what the hell do you know? He's all I've got left. If something happens to him, I'll...
Tenmyoji?
It's all my fault. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I never should have brought him here.
Brought him where? Did you say brought?
Yes, Zero made me an offer.
Bring him here, to this Nonary game, right here, right now. You brought Quark here. Voluntarily. Wait a minute. I thought you said you and Quark were abducted like the rest of us.
You mean you came here voluntarily?
Jeez. So now that's 3 people crazy enough to come here on their own volition. Of their own volition. Hey! Answer me! What the hell is going on here?
Can I see the other side of your bracelets?
You want to spray it? Huh?
Why?
Please, just do it.
Fine, I looked to one another. Neither of us knew what was going on, but there was no reason to refuse. We shrugged and did as we'd been told. Maybe the old lady got kidnapped, you came here to try and rescue her, like a rescue operation? Then suddenly... Ah! In the blink of an eye, Tenmyoji had pulled some kind of can from his pocket and sprayed both our wrists with it. Hey! What the hell, man? I like how he looks the most stressed out of all of us.
Calm down.
Not that I can see my face or eyes.
It's not going to hurt you.
Is this some kind of chemical?
Yeah, I found it when I was searching this room.
The luminol. He walked toward the door and flipped the light switch.
Good work. It's dark now.
Show me your bracelets again.
That stuff you sprayed us with was luminol, wasn't it?
Yeah. How'd you figure that out?
I guessed when you turned off the light.
Isn't that the stuff they use on cop shows to find blood and other stuff? Don't spray my hand. Please don't spray my hand.
Yeah.
Why did you spray us?
Just relax, okay?
Oh yeah, I'm very fucking relaxed. I'm just in a freaking Nonary game, and shit's going sideways. I'm very calm.
That's all I needed to know. Neither
What?
one of you is Zero's senior.
Are you saying that because there wasn't any reaction from the luminol?
Yep.
Someone mind explaining this to me?
Well, you know as much as I do now.
Well, Sigma, you know, come on, you know a little bit more than these guys put together, right? Because you've been jumping between flows.
I was just making guesses based on what he was doing.
Or I guess it's only when he's convenient for him to remember that he's jumped between flows. Hey, Tenmyuji.
Sorry, but I've got to go. I need to go look for Quark.
No. I'm sorry, but I can't let that happen. You dropped a real bomb back there, and I'm not about to just ignore it. What did you mean when you said that Zero made you an offer? Why are you here?
I can't tell you.
Why not? I don't really understand how, but you seem to have decided that neither of us is Zero Senior, right?
Yeah?
So you can trust us, right? Then why?
You don't get it.
No shit, because you're not telling me anything! Old man, please.
I can't tell you no matter who you are.
Great.
Right now, we might as well assume Quark is a hostage.
Fire, you gonna tell me to give up? Probably are, aren't you?
Zero Jr. seems to be aware of everything that goes on here. If I tell you, he'll know. And then God only knows what Zero Sr. will do.
Cool.
Please, I'm asking you, put yourself in my shoes.
I looked him in the eyes for the first time since we'd entered the room, and saw nothing but years of loneliness and regret. Before I could speak, he'd turned and left the room. Ugh, it's just so hard. Of course, we're being watched. Hey, can I ask you a question?
It won't do you any good.
Want to ask you a question?
Whatever you want to know, I don't know anything about it.
Really? No, it's not about what just happened.
Yeah? Then what is it? Oh. I see. You mean his bracelet, right? Chill, man. He's a red solo.
Red Solo.
I had a look while he was talking.
Oh. Good job. That, wasn't what I wanted to ask either.
Well, what is it then?
When he sprayed us, you screamed, didn't you?
No.
Seemed like a kind of an overreaction. Like, I understand probably the liquid's cold when it sprays you, and, or maybe you think it's chemical and you think you got poisoned, but still, jeez. Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
No, I'm pretty sure you did. Not quite so tough when you're scared, huh?
Shut up. We've got stuff to do. Get going. Move!
Did you just do that just to rib her, Sigma? Come on. Yeah! Same scream. Goodness me. Well, she is only a couple of years younger than you, Sigma. You know? I'm sure you'll be alright. Okay, on the move. There's the white chromatic doors. And that other door that's not the number 9 door. This.
It looks like another warehouse.
I guess there's one on this floor too. Makes sense. I guessed as much when I saw the map. Yep. Yep. What's that over there?
Probably more graffiti. There was one on floor A too, remember?
Yeah, there was, but
Never mind that. There's someone else here.
is that Dio?
Looks like it. Let's go see what he's up to.
Come on, we're gonna figure out what his bracelet color is. What are you doing here, Dio?
Oh, nothing.
You must be a yellow pair, right?
Just going with the flow, you know? Seeing where life takes me.
Really? Well, I don't think you're gonna get pretty far.
You don't seem to have any interest in searching for Quark.
Why would I?
Well, he's got 9 BP. You sure you don't want to stop him from escaping?
Do we even know he's really missing? Maybe the little shit's just off having nap time somewhere.
You mean, you're not too far from the truth in other flows.
So I figure, let sleeping dogs lie, right? Or kids, in this case, I guess. If we wake him up, he might realize he's got enough BP to blow this popsicle stand and ditch us. That happens, it's all over. We'll be stuck in here for the rest of our lives. Which probably won't be that long.
I mean, we've got a nice pantry. The rest of our lives?
Yeah, did I stutter? Or did you just forget? Zero Jr. told us, remember?
The number 9 door only opens once. Once that happens, it's all over. It'll close for good after 9 seconds, so if you're not careful, you could get stuck.
And that would be a tragedy. Closed for good, huh? I had to admit I'd kind of forgotten that detail. But if Zero Senior had been telling the truth, we wouldn't be able to get out until we died. even then you wouldn't be getting out there, right? Hell, even that might not be enough. Maybe they'll just leave our corpses there to rot. My stomach did a little flip.
So, what are you guys here for? Did you bring Fi here so I can kill her?
What?
What?
Oh, really? You already forgotten your little stunt earlier?
Oh,
We're damn lucky Kay chose Ally. If he hadn't, you'd be hanging from that crane right now.
wow, how friendly. What a great partnership these two have.
Sounds like you're getting a little desperate. Word of advice, Dio. That's not a smart attitude to have here. All you'll do is make sure that whoever plays against you in the AB game won't pick Ally.
You talk as if I give a fuck. I already know I won't be up against you two.
Why not?
Kay and I are the yellow pair.
There we go. So Kay found you, huh?
You guys are the magenta pair, right? Two pairs can't go through the same chromatic door. Simple enough for you.
Thanks.
How do you know our colors?
Kay told me. He was here a while ago.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Temioji and Clover were here too.
Both of them? Together or separate? And did he spray your sorry wrist?
Guess everybody misses my company. Anyway, that's how I know what everyone's colors are.
I guess he couldn't really spray it because there's no way to switch the lights off in here. Was Kay by himself?
Yeah.
What about Luna?
Luna?
Where's Luna? That's right, I forgot.
Haven't seen her.
She was with Kay. I see.
Anyway, Kay and I won't be pairing with you two. We'll be taking the blue solo.
That's Alice's bracelet. But how did you know that?
Oh, come on. You're really that thick? Look at the doors in front of you.
White.
These are the next chromatic doors.
So the next color is white?
Bingo. See that thing next to the door there? Looks familiar, doesn't it? Yes. Yes, it does.
I get it. You and Kay are both yellow. You can get yellow by adding red and green together. If you add blue to that...
It becomes white.
Exactly.
You get magenta by adding red and blue together. Then adding green to that gives you white. So that means Fi and I would need to pair up with the green solo. Which is Luna. Well, that's like the perfect pairing, right? Us three? We're all on 7 points. We'll just ally, get to 9.
Right.
That means the other 3 would be in the same team as before. Tenmuji, Clover, and Quark. We know that Tenmuji's a red solo and Clover's a cyan pair, so...
The only one left is the other cyan pair. So we can assume that's what Quark is.
I suppose I forgot that when I had to guess what Dio's bracelet was. It was a cyan pair. Could there be any other combinations?
No. There's only one option this time.
All we gotta do now is wait for these white doors to open.
We've only got 5 minutes left before it's time to meet up with everybody else. We should get back to floor A.
Sorry, but I'm gonna stay here. Moving around so much is a pain in the ass.
Alright, well you take a seat, maybe lie down on the concrete floor, get ready, because, you know, we might be lying down here for the rest of our lives, and beyond that as well. Nobody invited you. In fact, this is where I kind of died. Come on, Fi. I mean, I died twice here. Because Kay died and I died, so that's times 2.
Right. On my way.
Alrighty. Backed up to floor A. Dunk. Jeez. Like we just silently move between floors. We don't walk and talk. We only talk when we arrive at our destination. Alright, Kay, where is Luna? What have you done with her? Tell me she's okay. Please. The lounge? I suppose. Any of the rooms is fine. Anything going on in here? It's quite silent. Oh, jeez. Huh? Something up? Why'd you just stop? This is that lion thing, right? Now, where's my notes? M-I-L-K-E-V-O-L-I. Lion with 2 heads or something in the sun. Okay.
Well, you see that clock over there? The one that looks like the sun?
Yeah?
It reminded me of something we saw earlier.
What do you
Remember
mean?
the graffiti on floor B? You remember what it said?
Alright, the 9th line, 8th the sun. That also as well. Memento Mori, right?
Do you know what that means?
I forgot already. I said it before. It's Latin for something like be aware of death or remember death. I think it's usually used to mean we're all going to die someday, so don't forget about your own mortality.
What about the other part?
Well, I mean, that's pretty straightforward, right? If the 9th lion ate the sun, I mean, yeah, it's kind of nonsense, but, and that's spelled wrong. Ooh, I get it. That's what the clock made you think of, right? The sun in that sentence.
Yeah. Did you notice anything strange about that graffiti?
Apart from the fact that it made no sense? Not really.
Wrong answer.
The spelling.
Maybe you're not the eagle eye I thought you were.
I'm just pretending to get it wrong to inflate your ego. You can pretend to be Ms. Know-It-All, you know.
I guess I have to do everything.
Totally do.
Part of it was spelled wrong. Specifically, they spelled ninth wrong. It should be N-I-N-T-H. But the graffiti had N-I-N-E-T-H.
Oh, wow, really? Fascinating. Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. They just put an extra E in there.
Exactly.
That's kind of a boneheaded mistake. Do you think it was, like, a kid who wrote it?
Maybe it wasn't a mistake at all.
I'm not following.
Maybe Zero put that E in there on purpose.
But why?
Maybe because he didn't have enough letters otherwise.
What? For an anagram?
Anyway, if Zero wrote that graffiti, then it's got to be significant.
Remember death. If the 9th lion ate the sun. Huh?
Shit. Hey,
What?
it's already 2 minutes past time.
Oh, geez, come on, let's go.
We should get moving.
Right. Okay, something strange in the lounge. The lion and the sun. Crew quarters also strange. People dying in there. Infirmary also strange. Lots of things. These first rooms. A lot going on in them. Hello? Anybody here? Huh? Kay and Luna aren't here.
Astute observation.
Thank you. Just, you know, saying things out loud, trying to consolidate my thoughts. What should we do?
What do you mean, what should we do? All we can do is wait. We don't want to end up missing each other by accident.
Maybe it's just already happened because we were late. Yeah. Guess you got a point. Hey, where are you going? You going to that corner?
Just want to check something really quick.
Check what? Yep.
The last time we saw Alice alive, she was right here. Remember? She was kneeling down, looking at something on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is there a little indentation on the floor there? What do you think she was looking at? Huh?
Find something?
Isn't this... blood?
Uh-huh. Nice work there, Sigma.
Thank you. I don't need you to pat me on the back. Makes me feel stupid or something.
The truth hurts.
Yeah, that's exactly what she's going for.
So, blood, huh? Oh my god.
The crane? Fi suddenly looked up at the ceiling. I followed her gaze and found myself looking up at a metal crane. It was the kind you might see in a shipyard. The sort that moves along a metal track and has a claw to grab and lift cargo containers. So, what's the deal with the crane? What? Damn, gone again. Stop running around! Was that how the AB rooms were put there in the first place? Shifted using the crane? Just tell me what you found!
I noticed something.
Oh yeah? And what, pray tell, was that?
The same thing Clover and Alice noticed.
That's... Can't you just tell me?
Look at the number 6 AB room. The side that's facing the wall has blood on it.
Crushed?
What's the first thing you think of when you hear blood?
Vampires?
Yeah. This whole thing kinda sucks, right? Come on! This is no time to be screwing around.
I'm still waiting for you to explain.
I'm
For
talking
poor Sigma
about
here.
this thing. The handkerchief Alice had. There's some blood on it that we assume belonged to the old lady.
Mm-hmm.
Consider this for a moment. Let's say this thing was on the floor next to the rightmost AB room. We'll assume that the blood on the side facing the wall came from this handkerchief.
Okay.
Okay, then what?
Alice was looking at the handkerchief.
Right.
She found the handkerchief.
What do you think was going through her mind?
Cleanup. Why is there a blood-stained handkerchief here? Or something along those lines?
And?
Did this belong to the old woman?
And?
It must have. But if it did, then who put it here? Or, wait, maybe someone just dropped it. Or they could have thrown it here.
And?
You
You're
want more?
almost there.
How long has this handkerchief been here? Something like that?
Yes, exactly. So how long do you think it was here?
Well, I imagine it wasn't here from the start.
Wait. When's the start?
You know, when we started. When you and I escaped from the AB room through the hatch on the roof. The first thing we did after we got out and met everyone, except for Clover and Kay, was go look at the number 9 door. We spent a lot of time examining the AB rooms too. You would have found it if it was dropped there. From the beginning. Yeah. I know we looked at this from this exact angle. I'm pretty sure there wasn't any handkerchief there then. There wasn't. Wait.
Huh. Finally figured it out, huh?
An extra AB room. No. Wait. What? Fuck. I'm so lost right now. They've been moved. The crane. No way. Of course. The AB room moved?
Yeah,
Was it that crane?
probably. They moved the rightmost one all the way to the left.
And that's why there was a dead body when we moved into it. And then the other time, there wasn't one. Because the AB rooms moved. Okay, alright, there we go. Next question. How did they operate the crane?
So, what was in the leftmost AB room?
The old woman. The body of the old woman. How did Dio move them? Move the AB room over?
And who was trapped in there when the Nonary Game started?
Well, it would have been the AB room on the right at first, so... Luna. For the third time, Fi walked off without saying anything. My body felt like lead, but I forced myself to follow her. She stopped in front of the graffiti that began 2 milkmen.
What do you think this is?
Well, I thought it was just paint from the graffiti at first, but I'm guessing you don't think so. Is that more of the old woman's blood?
Seems like it.
So Luna would have killed her here, then taken her to the rightmost AB room? After that, she would have moved the room with the body in it, so that no one would suspect her. That would mean the first person to get out was Luna, not Alice. So what about that handkerchief? Now I just have to think. The first AB room the first room we saw was the crew quarters with Alice. Dio, Quark, and Luna paired up. Does that have to do with why Dio and Quark allied with her? Maybe? Is it because... Well, if Luna killed the old woman, Dio's the one who took her bracelet. So Luna's here helping Dio out? And that's why they allied with each other, because Dio and Luna are partners. Is that the case? Is that why Luna's dead sometimes? Because Alice confronts her? But Luna doesn't look like she's stabbed in every other time, right? Looked like she just died. Like her neck snapped or something. There's no visible fatal wound, right?
This thing? Here, look. You see this line? It's possible that line is from whatever the weapon was. Which means this might have been wrapped around whatever was used to kill the old woman.
Like the blade, right?
So maybe Luna wrapped the weapon with this handkerchief, and then threw it between the rightmost room and the one next to it.
But then, when she moved the rooms, it became exposed.
Then when the room was moved, it came out.
Not a great plan. Hiding it there, that is. That means Alice picked up the weapon along with the handkerchief.
Seems pretty likely.
When were the rooms moved? It would have had to have been after the first rooms, I think.
This is all just speculation, understand?
I understand. Sorry, I'm not a smart man. I just let the game take me on the wild ride that it is, you know? So, forgive me if I'm not figuring things out quickly.
There are a whole lot of things we still don't know.
Yeah, it's a mystery, all right. For example, why would Luna leave the AB room, murder the old woman, and then carry the body back and hide it in the same room? I guess it's possible she just wanted to hide the body. But we still don't have any idea why she would have wanted to kill her in the first place. Sorry, no, that's not the case. What I said earlier, because we find the body when we're preparing to do the AB game for the first time. So... When would they have time to move it? Interesting. It's also worth noting that Zero Jr. seemed to have let all this slide. He's supposed to be making sure the game goes according to plan, but so far there have been 2 murders and he hasn't done anything about either of them. Do you think that means Luna is Zero Sr.? Even if she was, though, I'm not sure why she killed the old woman. It's possible that she was some kind of intruder or wasn't supposed to be here, but if Luna's Zero Sr., couldn't she have found a better place to hide the body? She'd have to access to the entire facility. That's not all either. Let's say Luna moved the AB room to divert suspicion away from herself. If that's the case, why did she leave the handkerchief and the weapon there? She had to have known that'd be discovered after she moved the room. Exactly, right? That's why I said it wasn't a great plan. Besides, when and how did she operate that crane? Luna was with us since we first got out of the AB rooms all the way till we found the old lady's body. You, me, and her went through the magenta door and investigated the lounge. Then we went down to floor B together and came back to the warehouse. By then, the room must have been moved. Of course. Why didn't I see that sooner? Luna has an alibi. She couldn't have moved the AB room. Where her alibi?
Interesting. I have to admit, you've got a point.
Wait, what? You didn't even put up a fight.
You're going to make me repeat myself. I never said Luna was the killer. Still, I have a feeling Alice thought she was.
And that's why they always found dead together in the crew quarters.
Which would mean that Clover probably does too.
Which would explain why Luna is missing right now. Oh, you mean that stuff she said about what she noticed?
Right.
Hey, Fi.
Hmm?
I'm starting to get a really bad feeling about this. We were supposed to meet the others 20 minutes ago, but there's no one here.
You're right.
Jeez. On that note...
Sigma.
Jeez, just pops out of nowhere. Didn't even fade in or anything.
Phi. There you are.
Yeah, we've been here waiting. Okay.
I'm sorry. I have some bad news.
Luna's dead, isn't she?
Luna. Luna is dead.
Fuck's sake. Clover.
She's in room 2 in the crew quarters.
She's also in the crew quarters.
The same room where Alice was murdered.
For God's sake. What's going on? How did she die? What is that? Was that always there? There's her bracelet. No blood. See? Just the injection gun. This was the third time I touched a body and felt cold skin. I thought it might get easier, but it had only gotten worse. I didn't think I'd ever get used to it, but I didn't want to. My hands began to shake and I tried to steady them as I pressed a pair of fingers to her neck to check for a pulse. Nothing, of course. Luna was dead. Her eyes were flat and empty, the pupils dilated in what could have been terror. It felt surreal. Like I might blink, and then she would sit up again. She would smile and blush, and look away nervously, and everything would be all right. I blinked. She lay there, still, dead and pale.
And I trust him.
So why didn't you stick with me? Grief cracked open like an egg and rage clambered out, hot and angry and screaming. It clawed at the inside of my chest and pounded at the back of my eyes. I squeezed them shut and ground my teeth. My hands balled into fists so tight they hurt. I took a deep breath and opened my eyes again. Another breath. I stood up and realized Kay was talking.
I believe she was poisoned.
Poisoned?
See here. This device is some sort of syringe.
I think it's called an injection gun. You can just put whatever you want in one of those vials and then pull the trigger. It's kind of like the needles in these bracelets.
The drug they used is the same as well. The label on the vial says tubocurarine.
Didn't even put her to sleep first, huh? The muscle relaxant.
Yes. Since it's empty, I can only assume Luna was injected with it.
So this is how she's died every time. The muscle relaxant. Does that mean Alice is the first... But how does Alice die? We've seen her stab herself before. Does that mean that Clover's... So what happens? Alice gets infected with Radical 6. She comes to the crew quarters, kills herself. This is after she finds evidence that Luna might have possibly killed that old woman. Clover knows that Alice suspects Luna for killing the old woman, so she gets her revenge and kills Luna every time with the muscle relaxant.
You see the mark on her neck?
There it is.
I believe it is safe to assume that is where her attacker injected the drug. Perhaps they chose the neck for the carotid artery.
Then your guess is probably correct. Luna was injected with tubocurarine, and it killed her.
What about the others?
Should I go get them?
No, never mind. I want to get your story first.
What do you mean?
She was with you. What happened? When you left us, you and Luna went off together, right?
Yes?
But when we talked to Dio downstairs, he said he'd only seen you, not Luna. Why is that?
Luna and I split up as soon as we got to floor B. We determined it would be more efficient. Two of us working separately could cover more ground in less time.
Alright, so why were you late?
What?
You didn't show up till 20 minutes past the time we were supposed to meet.
And how'd you know she wasn't here?
Sigma's asking you what you were doing.
I was resuscitating.
Trying to save her? Resuscitating? It's gonna be kind of hard to do mouth to mouth with your helmet on, isn't it?
Let me explain how I found her. I had gone to the warehouse 5 minutes before our meeting time. You had yet to show up, as had Luna. I believe I was standing between the yellow and cyan doors.
Right.
Some minutes later, I heard something. It came from behind the cyan door, and sounded like a woman's scream.
So you went to check it out.
Well, it was actually quite faint. It was several doors away, after all. And as such, I couldn't quite make out what was being said, or even if I had heard it at all.
Okay, come on.
It seemed entirely possible that I had imagined it. I heard no other sounds for a few minutes following the scream.
This is incredibly detailed, Kay, but we need you to cut to the chase here.
Eventually, the silence made me uncomfortable. Perhaps something had happened. So, I made my way to the crew quarters. As I entered the hallway, I noticed that the door to room 2 was slightly ajar. That was when I first suspected something was amiss. You can imagine the rest, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I ran into the room and found Luna on the floor.
So you're saying you spent a good 20 minutes trying to resuscitate her?
Yes.
20 minutes is a long time to try and save her life.
I deduced that she had been injected with tubocurarine. Her heart had stopped, so I attempted CPR.
You didn't run to the infirmary and grab the defibrillator in there?
To the best of my abilities, at least. With this mask, I was obviously unable to provide artificial respiration.
I figured as much. Why didn't you tell us?
Because I had no reason to believe you would be in the warehouse. If you weren't, I would have wasted precious time. I chose instead to begin resuscitation immediately.
Fair enough, but still, you didn't think to try and take her to the infirmary? You're pretty strong. You could have lifted her, taken her to the infirmary. That would have meant you had to go through the warehouse. If you went through the warehouse, you would have seen us there. Come on, man.
As you know, even a short time without oxygen can cause serious brain
I
damage.
suppose, you know, he is in a panic. It's hard, but I'm just saying.
I felt time was of the essence. But
Too late, huh?
Hey, how much time passed between when you heard the scream and when you came in here and found her?
I'm afraid I can't say exactly. But I would hazard a guess that it was around 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Did you see the killer?
No, I did not.
Then they had 3 minutes to escape.
That would have been plenty of time. When you leave this room, immediately to your left is a door that connects to the hallway.
Yep.
I assume they left that way.
Could have gone to the infirmary by then, or they could have gone down the elevator.
Is there any chance they hid in this room somewhere?
No. I examined the room thoroughly before I left to find you.
This is quite troublesome. I don't like seeing Luna die over and over again, especially considering we know her personality. I don't think... Well, we know she didn't kill the old woman. So it begs the question, why was the old woman in her room?
May I say something?
Yeah, sure.
I'll need to rewatch some more things, of course.
I'm not sure if this has anything to do with Luna, but there was something I wanted to point out. Look at Alice. Do you notice anything?
The knife's gone.
The weapon.
It's gone.
Indeed. The wound suggests a knife, but I doubt we'll know now.
We didn't pull it out last time, did we? Did the killer take it?
How would I know?
Maybe they took it before Luna was murdered.
Why are you asking me?
If they had it, why not use it to kill Luna?
Yeah, that would make sense.
What?
Sigma, if you were going to kill someone, which of these two methods would you use?
We wouldn't kill anyone.
This is hypothetical,
I would choose the injection gun.
right? Most people would choose that. The more you can divorce yourself from the actual killing, the easier it is to kill someone. There's a big difference between stabbing someone and injecting them with poison.
Exactly. Stabbing someone takes a bit more malice, you know. It's like the age-old problem, the train tracks, right? Where if you pull a switch, it'll the train's going to run and kill 4 people, but if you pull the switch, it'll turn and kill 1 person, right? Most people will pull the switch to kill that 1 person to save the 4 people, right? But if you change it and say, okay, now to stop the train, you have to push a fat guy, and somehow, magically, I don't know how this works, physics, this fat guy, if you push him, he'll stop the train and save those 4 people, and the fat guy will die instead. But most people would choose not to do that because that's more hands-on, if you will. You're actually causing the death yourself, whereas a switch is a bit more divorced from that fact. Like Fi's saying here. So you're saying they took the knife before they killed her?
No. I don't know either way. They could have taken it afterwards. There's no way for us to know.
Could they have done that in the 3 minutes before Kay got here?
It's not impossible. 3 minutes is longer than you think. Anyway, what I was trying to say is that I don't know when they took the knife or whatever it was. We came here to get Alice's bracelet, and then Kay came by later. There was probably about a 30-minute window. Anyone could have taken it.
Well, when we first came in here, Clover was in here.
They might not even have been the same person who killed Luna. Or it could be. There really isn't any way to know. And if we don't know, we really shouldn't try and draw conclusions. That could color our reasoning, and that's not good. Conclusions without any evidence are useless.
But some people would say if you investigate something with a conclusion in mind, you start to see things. But then again, You could also start trying to slot things in, trying to make it fit your case.
So just forget any conclusions you might have come up with. Save that brain space for something more useful. Well, I think that about covers it. We clear?
Yeah.
Good.
Alright, we're running out of time.
Anyway, we should tell the others.
About Luna, you mean?
Yeah.
We should go to the white doors then. Dio should still be there. Hopefully Tenmyoji and Clover will be there as well.
We gotta make sure we grab the bracelets then. What about Quark's team? Tenmyoji and Clover won't be able to go through their door. Because they don't have Quark's bracelet. Yeah, good point. Once it's time to open that door, I'm sure they'll show up. Kay nodded and picked up Luna's bracelet.
Please, take this with you.
Thank you. He held it out to me. I stared down at the bracelet. It felt wrong to just take it. Like we were just using and abandoning her.
Is something the matter? You and Phi are the magenta pair. Without the green solo bracelet, you won't be able to open the secondary door.
I know. It's just...
Then...
feels wrong, you know? He pressed the bracelet gently into my hand.
If you don't wish Luna's death to be meaningless, then you must survive.
Oh, I hate it when they pull this card, you know? Like, yeah, I know it's true, but it just feels bad.
Or do you intend to die without catching her killer?
I will catch her killer. Right, yes. Well, mind you, at this point I believe the killer is just misguided. I sighed and closed my hand around the cold metal.
Good. Shall we go?
Wait. Shit.
Did something happen?
No. Well, not yet.
What?
We might be looking at a worst-case scenario.
What's that?
Excuse me?
Tenmyoji and Clover?
God. What the hell is wrong with me? How did I miss this? I'm sorry. This is my fault.
Phi, explain now.
It's just... there was so much going on I wasn't thinking.
What is it? God damn it! What did you miss?
Quark.
Quark? Oh! Oh shit! Tenmyoji's a red solo. Clover's a cyan pair. Quark's the other cyan pair. If he's not with them, they can't get through the secondary door.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, good. I knew I thought of something.
Oh dear. This is bad. And if they haven't gotten in by the time the primary door shuts, they'll be penalized. If we haven't found Quark by then.
Time! How much time do we have left? You've got 4 minutes, plus the extra 5 minutes to find Quark, or does it close as soon as the zero is open? As soon as it reaches zero, I can't remember. Oh no.
Let's just go to the warehouse on floor B. Perhaps Quark has already been found.
I sure hope so. Let's move! Here we go. Goodness me! Things are heating up. Oh, Luna! Come on! Why does this keep happening to you? It feels terrible, you know? It feels bad, man. Is Quark here? Sorry, we're not at the warehouse yet. Premature announcement. Through the blue door. Straight ahead. Okay. Now how's this going to end? Because we sure as shit aren't going to go through the white doors. Alright, what's going on in here? Is everyone just dead? Now we're open. Does it matter which door we go through? I guess not, huh?
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Okay, so once it reaches zero, then the doors open, and you've got an extra 5 minutes after that.
You're late.
No, we're not. The door's just opened, alright? Take it easy.
The fuck were you thinking? You trying to kill me?
What about Quark?
What?
Did they find Quark?
How the fuck would I know? I've been here. Look, forget about him. Where's Alice's bracelet? Which one of you has it?
You lazy shit. What about Tenmyoji and Clover? Have they come back yet?
Look around, asshole. What do you think?
What are those two up to?
Hey, pay attention. The bracelet. Do you have Alice's bracelet? Hand it over.
Go get it yourself, jackass. No, I'm just kidding. It's on my pocket. Fi pulled it out of her pocket. Sorry, Fi has it. The face still shone with blue light. This had been Alice's bracelet. Fi's eyes never left Dio's as she carefully handed the bracelet to Kay.
Good. Let's go. Hey, what is this? What, you don't like this door? Fine, we can take a different one. As long as we're in the right group, it shouldn't matter which door we take.
Dio's getting impatient. He just wants to get out and get through the door and solve the puzzles.
That's not the issue.
Then please tell me, what the fuck is the issue?
Being a human being. 3 of us still haven't arrived. If we leave them behind...
Oh, come on. Now you're gonna grow a heart?
I mean, there's nothing else we can do right now, right? We're not gonna... Just like you said, I'm gonna let Luna die in vain if I don't find her killer. You're gonna let them die in vain if we don't go through the doors. I mean, sorry, it's not exactly the same, but we have a chance to live. Why wouldn't we take it? Why should we just give up our lives just to wait for them, you know?
If you stay here, you're gonna kill me.
But...
3 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Look, there's nothing we can really do at this point. We're out of time.
All right, fine. I'll be honest with you. The truth is, I've got a kid. A baby. I was told that if I didn't win this game, my kid's as good as dead.
Oh, really now?
That's...
You have to trust me.
This guy, I swear.
I swear, it's God's honest truth. Zero told me to keep it under wraps, but I figure I don't have a lot of choice right now. I'll tell you more once we get inside. Please.
It's a lie. Don't listen to him. I wanted to scream. Dio was obviously lying, but it looked like Kay was buying it. But he had to go in. I couldn't try and stop him. If I did, they'd both die.
You have to believe me, Kay. Please. If you won't do it for me, do it for my kid.
Just go, please. You're stressing me out here.
If I lose, it's all over. Please.
Kay turned to look at me and Fi. We both nodded silently back.
I understand. Let's go.
Really?
Yes. I have one condition, however.
A condition?
If you're lying, I'll kill you.
Yes. But it's not for you, Dio. Sigma, I want you and Fi to go into one of the doors as well.
Right. Huh?
Dio and I cannot be the only survivors.
Yeah, that would be catastrophic.
I would have the 2 of you join us. That is my condition.
Damn it. Couldn't make this easy, could you?
What do you say? The decision is yours.
Come on, guys. No. I can't do that. You're asking me to leave 3 people to die.
Use your fucking head for once. You're gonna get us killed. Is that what you want?
Then we all die. I can't just leave them behind.
Me either. I agree with Sigma. We can't just ditch them. I'm staying.
Fi.
Bunch of fucking idiots.
Great.
1 minute remains.
Oh, this is just
until
gonna end
chromatic
splendidly.
doors closed.
I see. I suspected that would be your answer. You leave me with no choice then. My apologies.
Oh. Tossed into the room. Alright, Kay.
You have my sympathy. I wish there was another way.
Why?
Do you actually believe Dio?
No, it's not the fact that we have to believe Dio here, it's just that there's really nothing we can do.
No, of course not. I only wish to save you. If I had not forced the issue, neither of you would have budged. Such is your character.
Kay, what are you doing?
I confess I am not entirely sure. I will think about it during the 10 seconds that remain. Goodbye.
Great. Just great. Kay turned and left, quickly disappearing outside of our door. Fi and I lay on the floor moaning, curled around our aching stomachs.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
There we go. We've actually gone through a white door. Where have we ended up? Not quite able to walk yet. Fi and I crawled out of the secondary door. The punch Kay had given me had been incredibly powerful, and my arms and legs still felt numb and tingly. Can you stand?
Yeah. Can we just sit here for a moment, though? My body's gonna be fine, but I think I need a little time to get my feelings sorted out.
Right. I nodded, and we sat there in silence. No matter what I did, I couldn't get their faces out of my head. Tenmyuji, Clover, Quark. I hoped they were all right somehow, but I wasn't sure how much time had passed before Phi finally stood up.
We should go.
And that was it. She turned and headed for the end of the hallway, feet dragging as if she were carrying something heavy. It was a moment or two before I followed. Turns out that Quark's in here like this entire time. Where are we going? Security? Okay. Wowza. What is this room? There's a safe. Did you see the plaque on the door?
Yeah. It said security. The footage from the surveillance cameras might run through here.
Does that mean we'll be able to see what's going on in the rest of the facility?
I'm not sure. Right now, all the screens are dark. Even if we could activate them, I doubt Zero is just gonna let us watch whatever we want.
Yeah. I'm worried about them. We don't know what happened to Kay and Dio either.
Yeah. Well, let's see what we can do here.
Indeed. It's that time. We're doing an escape room. Time to seek a way out.